go out in the world, be better for your people, be better for those around you, be better internally so you can be better externally. What's going on, guys? If you're here today, it's because you're struggling to stick to a diet, frustrated with your diet you're on now, or wondering why you even should be on a diet. Well, I'm here to tell you today that I have been in all three of those positions. I've questioned myself so many times, and it didn't start working for me until I figured out this number one best tip, followed by a few more practical tips to help you on your day-to-day. So let's get into it. Not gonna beat around the bush here. The number one best tip I got for you on sticking to your diet is change your reasonings. Because the simple fact of the matter is, nobody's gonna eat like a goddamn rabbit. Nobody's gonna eat less calories than they need to maintain their body weight to just go look good on a beach. Nobody's gonna do that. I live in Chicago. You know how many times a year I'm on a beach? Maybe 3. 5 if I'm lucky. It's summer for like 2 months here. The rest of the year it's raining or cold. You think I'm gonna diet year round just to look good those few times I'm on a beach? Besides that, the only people that see me with my shirt off are probably my girlfriend and my mom and the other dudes in the locker rooms. There's only one of those people that I care about looking at my body and saying I look good, right? You don't diet for the external. You don't diet just to look a certain way. You'll never fucking stick to it. You gotta change your reasoning. And what you're changing your reasoning to is you're doing it for those around you. You're doing it for those around you because when you're lean, when you are confident in your body, when you're lean, you become more confident in your body. When you're lean, you're better than those around you. When you're lean, you are calmer. When you're lean, you have better control over your emotions. When you're lean, it means you enact a discipline to get there, and that gives you better control over your emotions. Diet is discipline. Staying hungry is discipline. And sitting in that discipline, sitting in that hunger all day long makes you more confident. It makes you stronger. If you're struggling with confidence, diet. If you're looking for mindset training, diet. Starve the fuck out of yourself. And your mind will get stronger. It absolutely will. Because you got that nagging pain inside all day, that nagging irritation inside all day, of that hunger, right? And that's not how it's going to be forever. You're going to put your work in, and eventually you're going to build back up. And then you're going to be full all day. You're going to be sick of eating, right? But everybody in the beginning has to go through that hunger. It's just the threshold, the gateway to the universe letting you into this lifestyle, right? Letting you into this body you're proud of. So you diet for those around you. Because like I said, when you're more lean, you're more confident. When you're more confident, you take more risks. When you take more risks, you gain more rewards. When you gain more rewards, you gain more success. When you gain more success, the people around you notice and they ask about it. And when they ask about it, not only can you give away a lot of success you got, whether that's in money, whether that's in relationships, whether that's in networking, you can give that away. But when they ask about it, more importantly, you can give them the information. And when they ask about it, your information you give them is going to hold weight. Your word is going to hold weight because they see the success in you. They see what you've created. They see the product you've created every day, and they want to know about it now. They want to know what you've done, so what you tell them, they're going to listen to. That's why you diet. You diet for your kids so they don't have to go to school fat and overweight and get made fun of and not make enough friends and not live life to the fullest. You diet so your partner can look at you, be proud of you, ask you about it, and then you two together can live out a life of healthy living and exercise and diet because you want them to live longer. You want them to live in the best version of themselves. That's more important than you looking good. So you're gonna stick to your diet for that. And when it gets real bad, when you get real hungry, when you get real sick of eating fucking egg whites and spinach, you can think about them. You can think about the pain they're in from living life not to their fullest potential, and you can then easily sit back and just be like, fuck me. Because it's not about me. It's not about me. This hunger doesn't matter because it's not about me. I'll suffer for my mom. I want my mom to eat healthier. Hell yeah, I'll suffer for my mom. If you can look around in here at anybody in the room and you'll say you'll take a bullet for them, then you should diet for them, right? Because guess what? More people die of heart attacks and obesity every year than people die of bullets. So take that bullet for them. Take that goddamn bullet for them. Diet so they look at you and they're proud of what you created and they ask about it. Diet so that way you can jump in front of that bullet for them. You can take the pain on first for them. They ask about it. And you know what? They might slip up at first. You know what? They might ask about it in resentment at first. They might push back on you. But you just say, it's okay. It's okay. Eventually they will ask the right question. And eventually I'll be able to give them the knowledge. Eventually I'll be able to bring them up. Eventually I'll be able to protect them from the unhealthy habits that they're living right now. And eventually I will be able to give them the greatest gift, which is information through what I've created. Information that I've totally comprehended because I have enacted it. That is the number one tip. Here are a few more daily tips to help you get through the struggle of dieting. Tip 2 and 3 are 2 more mindset tips. More mindset on the day-to-day. The first one is treat every meal as a win and treat every time you turn shit food away as a win. By the time the end of the day comes around, you can look back and you'll have 3, 4, 5, 6 wins a day from choosing the right foods to eat, and you will have countless number of wins a day from choosing the wrong food to eat. In this day and age, every corner's got a McDonald's. Every day somebody's bringing in donuts to work. There's always junk food around. There's always high calorie, high sugar food around, and it just makes your mouth water. Oh my God, it would taste so good. Oh my God, it would make you feel so great. Now, not tomorrow. You would not feel fucking great tomorrow. You'd be sitting in your room crying. You'd be sitting in your room crying, looking in the mirror. You'd be sitting in your room crying because you're not being the best person you can to those around you. So treat every single meal as a win. Treat every single time you turn away food as a win. And honestly, write it down. Legitimately write it down. Take a legal pad and write wins for the day on it. Wins for the day. I legitimately do this. I did it all the time in the beginning, and I still do it to this day when I feel like I'm slipping up, right? Wins for the day. You'll look back at the end of the day, and there'll be 5 times a day where you chose the right food, 5 times a day where you accurately tracked your food, and there will be 10, 15, 20 times a day where you turned away those cravings, you turned away those shit food. Your third tip is, in this day and age of information overload, in this day and age of every single corner having a bodybuilder magazine on it, every single corner having a fitness magazine on it, every single corner having a YouTube video on it where somebody like me, some guy like me who thinks they know something, telling you how to diet. Don't listen to any of it. Don't listen to that guy at your work who says he knows how to diet even though he looks 300 pounds. Don't listen to your mom, your brother, your grandmother, whatever it is, unless they look the part. They look the part, they know what they're doing. But what I'm trying to say is you already know how to diet. You already know how to start your diet, all right? Look back on what you ate yesterday. Look back on what you ate last week. Write it all down. You can look on that. Guaranteed there's 50 to 60% of the stuff that you can look on there and say, I should not be eating that. I should not be eating that. Donuts, I should not be eating that. You had a Coke, I should not be eating that. Burger, I should not be eating that. Shit, food, candy bars, I should not be eating that. Take all those, cut them out. Everything that's left over, only eat that next week. You already know how to diet. Boom, that'll get you to a certain point. Then you gotta do some more research, right? Start out just that simple. Cut out the foods you know you shouldn't eat. Build the confidence in the fact that you already know what you should be doing to a certain extent. Run that for a week or two. Look on how you feel. Look on how proud you are of the product you've created. And then learn some more. Then gain some more information. Then come to somebody like me, or come to somebody like some other online trainer, or go get a free program. Go get somebody off YouTube, watch their videos, and then run their diet for a few weeks. Notice how you feel. Notice the body stats. Notice the weight changing, the body fat percentage changing. If it's changing, stick to it. Keep running. If it's not changing, look for an adjustment. What I'm trying to say is you already know most of the answers. Look inward, and you will be able to get yourself a hell of a long way. The next few tips are more practical tips, more day-to-day, stuff I use to help me stick to it, stuff I use to help combat the weak discipline, stuff I use to help combat the mindset, the pussy mindset of not wanting to stick to it, forgetting why I'm doing it. The first one, or I guess this is the 4th tip in the entire video, right, is eat less in the morning. Eat less in the morning. Now, I don't fully believe in fasting, especially for a guy like me. Like, I'm a skinny dude. I don't got a lot of muscle mass to lose. So I don't fast, but I deplete. In the morning, right when I wake up, I have my coffee and I mix some protein in there, mix some almond milk in there, shake it on up. It's nice and fizzy, nice and foamy, tastes like hot chocolate. I love it. So I sip on that all morning. That's only about 15 grams of protein, right? I don't have anything else until about 10 or 11 that day. And that meal too might also be very small. That meal might be just chicken, just 8 ounces of chicken. If I'm working out at lunch, then I'll have 8 ounces of chicken and half a cup of oatmeal. Eat less in the morning. Yes, I know it does slow your metabolism, right? But more importantly than you trying to figure out all the science behind it is you building the habits. If eating less in the morning helps you build those habits, then do that. And when you're further down the line and you get to 12, 13, 14, 15% body fat, you've cut way down, you're proud of what you've done, you have enough confidence instilled in you, you have built enough mental strength, then you can start looking at the metabolism side of it. Then you can start really diving into the other parts of it. Tip number 5 on the day-to-day, how to help you out through the day-to-day. If you're real hungry and you feel like you just can't fight it anymore, you cannot fight it anymore. One thing you got left, one last little silver bullet in the chamber you can have, drink a ton of water. Fill your stomach up with water. Drink water until you feel like you just can't put anything else in there, right? Because that water will fill up space in your stomach. When it fills up space in your stomach, that'll give you time to think, time to recalibrate, time to remember why you're doing it when you're not just focused on the hunger. Tip number 6 in the video is log everything, because plain and simply, knowledge is power. You probably don't understand how many calories a day you're eating right now. It's probably a fuck ton. You might not even look that bad. You might just have little love handles here, look a little bit pudgy, look a little bit overweight because you got a super good metabolism because you're young. Not everybody's like that. You might be overeating and be overweight. Log it so you can see your mistakes, because you can only fix your mistakes when you know your mistakes, right? If you log it for a week and you see that you're eating 3,500 to 4,000 calories a day for the past week, guarantee you, unless you're an NFL linebacker, you are overeating. So now you know that information. Now you can do research on how to fix it, and now you can grow. And then once you fix that problem, then you can look at something like macros in your diet. You got the information logged on what you were eating because you know what you did, you know what to do, right? It's so much simpler when you log it. Log everything. Log cooking oils, log coffee creamer. You don't know how much those add until you log it. Your cooking oils, that's fat. Fat is 9 calories per gram. A lot of calories in cooking oil. A lot of calories in coffee creamers. A lot of calories in condiments like barbecue sauce and cheeses. Log it so you know, right? Final tip in the video. This channel is called The Daily Product, creating a product you are proud of. So I would be remiss to not include a tip that is my whole mission. And that is, when you cheat, don't fucking kill yourself about it, all right? When you cheat, honestly look back at it, realize how it started, realize why you did it, because there's probably an emotional attachment somewhere in there that you're not even thinking about until you analyze it. Forget about it. Remember how great you felt when you were hitting your diet hard. Remember how much of a better person you were to your people around you when you were hitting your diet hard, and then chase that feeling. Ignore the failure, ignore what just happened. Don't let it happen again, and then chase that feeling. Chase that great feeling you had inside when you were running it right. Especially when you're cutting calories, there might be a night where you just binge out. And you know what? It all starts with one thing. It's one little thing. It's always one little bite. Watch out. Watch out for that late night snack. All right? That late night snack, that is Lucifer in your ear. That is the universe trying to knock you down. That is the universe trying to take you down so your people come down. Sugar is a drug in your brain. It releases a lot of the same hormones as drugs do. So you have that one little bite. Is the same thing as a drug addict saying, I'm just gonna take one little hit, right? You know the end of that story. They're on the streets in 2 months. It is so hard to pull out of that enjoyment in the moment. You will lose sight. So analyze the failures. Realize why they happen. Forget about them. Move on and chase that fucking feeling. Chase that product you love. Create a daily product you're proud of every single day. And just keep crushing it. If you think mindset tips like this, tricks like this, stories about my life like this help you, definitely subscribe. Comment down below any questions. My Instagram is linked below. Follow me. I'm much quicker on answering questions on there if you DM me. DM me on there if you want help with the diet, if you want help with the program, if you want one of my master training programs. Be fucking stoked to help you. Be absolutely stoked. It is my mission to make sure everybody creates a product they fucking love every single day. Go out in the world, be better for your people, be better for those around you, be better internally so you can be better externally.